What is the best aircraft for me? Is the first real question anyone asks when they get serious about private aviation, and it's the right one. The wrong aircraft for your mission is not just an inconvenience. It's money spent on capability you do not need, or worse, a limitation you discover at the worst possible moment. The honest answer is there is no single best aircraft. There is only the best aircraft for how you actually fly. Start with your mission. Where are you going? How often and with how many people? A business owner flying solo between regional offices 3 times a week has a completely different requirement than a family of 6 flying from the Gulf Coast to New York for a long weekend. Range, cabin size, runway requirements, and operating costs all shift dramatically depending on the answer to those questions. Get the missions wrong, and everything that follows is built on a flawed foundation. Range matters more than people expect. Many buyers focus on the destination they fly most often and optimize for that. What they underestimate is the trip they cannot afford to miss, the one that is further, that happens at short notice, that cannot involve a fuel stop or a connection. The aircraft that handles 90% of your trips comfortably, but fails on the 10% that matter most, is not the right aircraft. However, an aircraft that accomplishes the 90%, including the 10% that matters most, is the right aircraft. Defining the missions through careful analysis with prior charter or fractional ownership may be the best approach before investing in sole ownership. Cabin size is personal. Some clients want a quiet, efficient environment to work. Others need a cabin that can accommodate a team, a family, equipment. The Pilatus PC-24, for example, offers something no other jet in its class can match: a large aft cargo door, a flat floor, and a pressurized baggage compartment, accessible in flight. For clients whose missions involve oversized equipment, medical devices, or cargo that simply does not fit in a conventional jet, that is not a luxury feature. It's the reason they chose that aircraft. Operating costs are the number most buyers underestimate. The purchase price, or the fractional share investment, is only the beginning. Fuel burn, engine programs, maintenance, insurance, crew salaries, crew training, and hangar fees add up very quickly and very significantly between aircraft types and models. A thorough understanding of the total cost of ownership, not just the acquisition cost, is essential before making a decision of this magnitude. Finally, consider how the aircraft will be managed and operated. Outright ownership requires a full operational infrastructure. Fractional ownership gives you the aircraft and its operation without the complexity of running a flight department. Charter gives you maximum flexibility with no long-term commitment. The right aircraft and the right ownership model decisions that belong together, not in separate conversations. At Executive Aviation Group, this is where we start with every client, not with a brochure, not with a specification sheet, with a conversation about how you actually live and work and what private aviation needs to do for you to be worth the investment. The best private aviation solution for you is out there. Finding it starts with asking the right questions. This is, after all, flying privately.